Every backend developer eventually hits that moment of confusion. There are frameworks everywhere, opinions flying in every direction, and a new shiny tool dropping every week. Somewhere in that noise, Spring Boot keeps showing up quietly, consistently, almost boringly. And that is exactly why it deserves your attention. Spring Boot is not trying to impress you with hype. It is not chasing trends or reinventing itself every 6 months. Instead, it focuses on one thing, helping back-end systems run reliably in the real world. That stability is rare, and it matters more than most people realize. At its core, Spring Boot removes friction. Configuration that used to take days now takes minutes. Boilerplate disappears. You write less setup code and more actual logic. That shift changes how you think about back-end development, because suddenly the system feels manageable instead of overwhelming. As you go deeper, you start noticing something important. Spring Boot pushes you toward good structure by default. Clear layers, predictable patterns, and conventions that make large code bases readable. It quietly teaches you how serious back-end systems are meant to be organized. That organization becomes critical once applications grow. Small projects forgive chaos. Production systems do not. Spring Boot shines when things scale, when teams grow, and when code lives for years instead of weeks. It prepares you for that reality without making it painful up front. Then there is the ecosystem. Databases, security, messaging, background jobs, monitoring. Everything fits together cleanly. Instead of stitching random tools together, you work inside a coherent system where components are designed to cooperate, not fight each other. This matters because back-end development is mostly about integration. Your service talks to other services, databases, queues, and external systems. Spring Boot treats this as the default use case, not an edge case, which makes complex architectures feel surprisingly calm. Another underrated advantage is how explicit everything is. Configuration is visible. Behavior is predictable. When something breaks, you can usually trace why. That transparency builds trust in your system and confidence in yourself as an engineer maintaining it. And yes, Spring Boot is everywhere professionally. Many companies rely on it for core infrastructure. Learning it deeply means learning patterns that transfer directly into real jobs, real teams, and real constraints you cannot ignore. It also pairs well with modern practices. Containerization, cloud deployments, observability, and microservices all fit naturally. You are not fighting the framework to stay modern. You are building on top of something designed to survive long term. For learning, this creates momentum. You spent less time wrestling setup issues and more time understanding architecture, data flow, and system boundaries. Those skills outlast any single framework and define strong back-end developers. Focusing on Spring Boot is not about limiting yourself. It is about anchoring your learning in something solid. Once you understand one strong foundation, picking up other tools becomes faster and less intimidating. So if you are deciding where to invest your back-end energy, Spring Boot is a smart place to stand. It is steady, practical, and quietly powerful. And in back-end development, that combination usually wins in the long run.